Hey, what's up, guys? Early morning vlog. First off, come here. For updates, meet my dog. This is Brownie. Say hi. She is very energetic. Look, you're a camera. You're a camera. So anyways, guys, wanted to do this vlog and basically just talk about a few things. First off, I'll give you guys an update what's going to happen with the channel, and that is we're going to be getting the MotoLenovo G from Mike on Budget Tech Reviews. So you guys want to see an unboxing and his review, go ahead and check that out. And yeah, I already talked with him about buying the device, so after about a month that he has it, he'll be selling it, I'll be buying it, it'll get over here, and just for the hell of it, I'll do an unorthodox unboxing because it's already been unboxed, but just to show you guys, you know, it and my opinions from my point of view on it, so that'll be pretty cool. Also, be expecting the HTC Desire, aka the Desire 601 on Virgin Mobile, and that will be my daily driver device, but I'm going to be unboxing that, doing some reviews with it, and doing some you know, root and custom ROMs type stuff with both devices, so be on the lookout for those. Real quick, Super Bowl Sunday, so I got a lot of things to do. Woke up, hair's wild still, you know, it's that wild look in the morning where you didn't brush your hair yet. I still gotta do that, but I hope you guys brush your teeth in the morning. I always find it weird when people go on Instagram and take pictures of themselves when they first wake up. Like, that's weird. You know, and they still got like yellow teeth and stuff like that. It's not good. But anyways, so not to take up too much of your time, but I did want to talk to you guys about a few things. First off, the MotoLenovo deal that happened. A lot of nerd wars going on about that. People are very upset. Some people are having questions about it. First off, I gotta say that for Lenovo to get into the mobile game, I think it's a good thing. We already have Korean players, we have Taiwanese players, and now we have the Chinese. So that's not bad. I mean, besides, Lenovo actually makes pretty good devices. I have a laptop made by Lenovo, and it actually works pretty good. The ThinkPads I think are pretty awesome themselves too. So yeah, I don't know, but one of the main questions that I did find that's, you know, I want to touch base with, that I think is very important, is people who want to get the Moto X, and they're wondering if Moto Maker is going to get shut down. I don't think that Lenovo would shut down Moto Maker, because that is the from last year is like the biggest thing to happen with Motorola. You know, being able to customize your device, put your name on the device, and just personalize it completely. Wow, the sun's coming in. But anyways, yeah. So I don't think they're gonna get rid of that. I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think you know, the Moto X, Moto Maker will still be available for customers who buy the Moto X. So I do. You know, I do think that people just need to calm down about that. And you know, people are posting up all these funny stuff like, you know, Motorola sold, well, Google sold Motorola to Lenovo, but kept the patents. And honestly, you know, I'm not saying it in a negative way, but I think that's intentionally what Google wanted from the very beginning. I don't think they were really interested in the fact. I mean, they had ideas with Motorola, and they did a few projects with them. You know, the X and the G, and you know, Lenovo wants to get into it, made an offer, and Google sold it to them. And people are like, you know, Lenovo's dumb just because they bought Motorola, but Google still owns the patents that Motorola came up with. And I think that's initially what Google was aiming for in the first place. So, but yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. Also, with the Nexus basically being retired, a lot of people were just nerd rage on Google Plus, and they were just upset. People were like, unless you hear it from Google's mouth, it's not true. But it seems that Pocket now put out a video, and they said that they confirmed it They didn't have a link to the confirmation, but they said that they confirmed that the Nexus brand was going to be retired. Now, a lot of people just got pissed off and were like, no, Nexus forever. Nexus fanboys were in there just like totally just ripping people's heads off who were being a little optimistic about the whole phase out of Nexus. And I'm one of those people. I trust in Google. I love what Google has done, over the past 7 years. Sorry, but I trust in what they do, and one person had put it out there that maybe they're getting rid of the Nexus name because it'd make more sense if they made like Google Play editions of all the flagship devices. So like there would be like a Galaxy S5 GPE and the HTC One 2 Google Play edition. And that's actually not a bad idea because when you look at how these devices are sold or whatever, Samsung and HTC sell more devices. A lot of really diehard need the Google experience devices, they buy the Nexus brands. But really the Nexus brand was originally intended for developers, and that's the reason why it was always guaranteed to have the latest updates, and the updates would get pushed out faster than the other flagship devices. And that's just because they wanted to make sure that all these developers who developed apps for Android were able to get their apps running on every new variant of Android. And say Gingerbread 2.3 went to 2.3.4. They had to get that, make sure that the apps that were being used game-wise and all that other stuff were able to run without any issues or whatever. So that's originally what the Nexus devices were for. Because people were buying them up just because, and I know this for a fact, people bought them up because they wanted to stay up, on the most updated version. They didn't want to be like on the Galaxy S2 and waiting so long to get 4.1.2 Jelly Bean. They wanted to be at 4.2.2 when that came out, and they want 4.3 when that came out. I mean, it's like everyone wants to be updated exactly when the new variant of Android is released, and I totally get that because I do too. But that's why they bought Nexus devices, and so I think maybe it'll go away for a while, and maybe then by consumer standpoint they'll realize that Nexus was more than just for developers and bring it back. So I mean, you never know. But just don't rip people's heads off on Google Plus and get all Facebook on them just because they feel it might be a good thing. Last thing to talk about is the Hangouts app. I find this to be strange, and I know that people pretty much go about like how they dislike the Hangouts app, and I'm just curious as to why so much, because I know a lot of people do say that, having the threads separated, the messaging thread and the text messaging thread separated is too confusing for them, or just whatever. They don't like it. It's not well put together. For me, I think it works great because, if I say I send a link to somebody on Messenger, I wouldn't have to look through a whole bunch of text messages and chat messages just to find that link. I know where it's at. It's going to be in this thread, which is just chat messaging, and I can zoom through the history and find it. Vice versa with text messaging. I really wouldn't want them to combine it. I do kind of worry sometimes because so many people give such negative reviews about Hangouts, and I know that Google is one company that listens to its consumers, and they want to incorporate Google Voice, which would be the next best thing out of it, and I really wouldn't want to see them scrap the Hangouts idea just because so many people just like one or two things about it, where, those are just really small things. Having it, like, Google wants to consolidate everything, and I think that's great that they want to put everything in one place. Having it fragmented all across the boards is just, it's one team to develop the messaging app, one team to develop the G-Talk app, one team to develop Google Voice. It's just ridiculous when you can put all of them together. I think sometimes people just really need to actually just kind of like, before passing judgment on it, actually give it a try, and then don't just go off the bat and be like, oh, well, this has Hangouts and I will download a different messaging app because I don't like Hangouts, and they never really gave it a chance, use it. I always tell people who ask me questions or opinions is to try things for 30 days. Give it 30 days. play around with it for 30 days because you never know what kind of features it has until you fully use the thing, and then you can pass judgment and be like whether it's good or bad for you. And you know, of course, I do respect everyone's opinion. Some people just don't like it, and hey, more power to you. You don't like it, you don't like it. You know, it's like, I just worry about that. So I would really love to know what you guys think about the Hangouts app, those who use it and those who don't use it. Those who don't use it and have tried it, you know, at least 14 days, at least, you know, half that, man. 14 days, like I have it, and then, you know, really tell me your opinions on it. So hopefully in about 2 weeks, I'll see a little bit of comments about people who's actually tried it and what they think about it still, and those who use it and what they think, and those who just don't want to give it a chance and what they think. I really am interested in to know your guys' thoughts on Hangouts. So 10-minute video. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to get ready to make breakfast for my daughters, you know, do the whole daddy thing, and then also go get my stuff for my Super Bowl party. Not having a bunch of people over. I'm just watching the game myself, but I mean, everyone's going to get away from me because I'm one of those type of people who watch the Super Bowl and like scream and yell at the TV. And I know they can't hear me. I should still do it anyways. By the way, also let me know what team you're rocking with today. If you guys are with, you know, the opposing team or the Broncos. Originally, I wanted the Saints to go. The Saints are my team. That's who I backed during the NFL season, but they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. So to me, it really doesn't matter to me which team wins, just as long as they play a great game. And but I am, if I have to choose, I am going with Broncos on this. So yeah, enjoy your guys' Super Bowl weekend, and I'll see you guys next time in the video blog.